Yo, we back. Another one, man. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning into the last one that we was doing for the NBA 2K MyPlayer for my MyCareer. Looking at the playoffs, seeing us coming down from 2-0 on the verge of being swept. You know, it's a lot of stuff that I got going on right now, but at the same time, I'm like trying to stay focused on this series. I feel like right now, because I feel like it's more promising right now. Obviously I want to get started with the Madden stuff, but I feel like as mini camp and all that other stuff kind of, wraps up, I feel like then we key in on that type of stuff. So I want to say thank you first and foremost to everybody that is subscribed to my YouTube, that's liking videos, that's commenting. I'm always commenting back for whoever does comment, the little comments I do get right now. But eventually, as the channel gets out there and grows more, I know that a lot of that stuff is going to ramp up, and I'll still be responding to everything and being just proactive and just pinning comments and writing back and giving feedback always. So I wanted to thank y'all for that. Another thing I wanted to say is you'll probably be seeing this when it's Father's Day. Appreciate everybody for that are a part of like the father community. I feel like that do follow me and stuff on Instagram. That's in a child's life. I feel like it's a great thing to be a father, to be a parent first and foremost, but to be a father, man. So keep being the parent and the father that your kids need, man. Be in their lives, man. Time moves so fast, so I think that with time moving fast as it does, we got to make sure that we're there for our kids to see them grow, cultivate them, keep on sowing, and pouring into their lives, man, so they can become great human beings and great fathers or mothers in the future, right? And for those of them that can't be biologically, fathers or mothers, whatever the case may be, they can still adopt. They can still have a positive impact on other kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? So, and they call them kids their own. So I wanted to get that out the way and say Happy Father's Day to everybody when they see this video. Also, I don't know if you noticed it or not. The drop that's in my actual my intros videos, that's my daughter. So big part of what I do. I love you, Leia, and thank you for just everything you give to me, and what the meaning that you give to me as far as being a father. It's amazing every day just being there with you, watching you grow. Now that that's out the way, we back here with another one. First and foremost, thank you for tuning into the other one too. Like I said before, reiterating that again. If you're following me on Instagram, it's boundless_convos. That's BOUNDLESS_CONVOS. And then on not on Instagram, on YouTube. On YouTube, it's Boundless Conversations. So the channel name is Boundless, BOUNDLESS. CONVERSATIONS. I'm gonna spell that out every video. Algorithm does what the algorithm wants to do, so we're gonna make sure that we linking those things correctly and shouting us out at the beginning of the video, or shouting my page out at the beginning of the video, because that's just what we're gonna do, right? So we here, man. I wanted to say first and foremost, man, again, I'm gonna keep saying first and foremost because I feel like I gotta reiterate it all the time. We came from so far, man. Being back, I feel like, man, with a lot of this stuff, we struggled, man. We started off real slow when it came to everything with our team, man. We literally are like in a situation where we are not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? With us not even supposed to be here, we got here and we conquered, man. So I want to say we're in a unique situation where we get past our first, our challenge. So now we're on our second challenge. As we move on to the Spurs, you can see that, like, from me playing this, I feel like it was very difficult, very trying. We also had mishaps where clearly PS5, bro. And I figured it out as I'm doing now the Houston Rockets, John, because You know, spoiler alert, doesn't matter. We got past this joint. We doing more content. But this was a crazy series. We went down 0-3. Corrupted fouls in game 2 and game, I want to say game 3. And then in game 6, bro. 2, 3, and 6. Like, I've never in my life, bro, like, I've done a lot of videos, I feel like. I post a lot on the Instagrams and stuff like that. But I've never in my life seen where just like files get so corrupted. I've seen it on Reddit, like I said in the last video, but I've never seen it on Reddit to the point where it's affected me and I'm constantly searching it. PS5, bro, what's going on with y'all? Like, Sony, what's going on with y'all hardware? Like, for me, I look at that and I say, damn, like, oh, it's a screen sharing option, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do all these things, but with us being able to do all these things, I still feel like, damn, like the videos, like when you do these hour-long videos, however long, I think you can always reverse film them, but it's a struggle. So I figured out how to do it. We're not gonna have that going forward. Just giving y'all like a recap of like where we were, looking at some of the stats from the other games, man. 54 points in this game. I think this might be game 2 or 3. This is in LA, so this might be game 3. Yeah, so looking at the wins, 36 in the next win, 15-27. We had a good game there, man. Next game after that, 39 points in the win as well. We end up rattling off 4 straight, man, against the Timberwolves to be able to win that. If you have not seen that, I'm gonna put that link at the end of the video, or not the link, but I'm gonna put the, you know, the path at the end of the video so you can be able to see that. We go all the way 4 straight to win 2 at home, 1 on the road, and 1 back in LA, man, to win the series, man. So we win that game in 6, and now we moving on to the San Antonio Spurs, man. We get revenge. This is a revenge series, man, because we played with Trey Young, man, in Atlanta. You know, like, Trey Young, good player, man, but he just was not being aggressive. So they got a really good little big 3 here, I feel like. This guy, Sampson, I'm not sure of his first name, but we're going to follow him next season when we look at a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If we actually do more content like of this liking before 2K26 comes out, which 2K26, I'm gonna take y'all from the beginning and we're gonna do a whole bunch of this shit, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm tapped in more with this, I feel like it's obviously a big, like, just like redundant community of like everybody doing 2K. For those of y'all that's like OGs from when it come to like looking at a lot of this stuff with 2K and the videos for content online, you looking at Chris Moves, you looking at QJBs, you looking at iPod King Carter, you from Philly too as well. Shout out to them, man. They've been doing this for forever, bro. There's a lot of other ones too that have been doing this for forever too. If I forgot you, man, and I shout you out, and I ain't shout you out, man, shout out to y'all, man. So looking at their big 3, man, it's really a situation where this is gonna be real difficult for us, man. Wemby is a monster in himself. Like, he like a mythical creature, damn near. You know what I'm saying? So with him being a mythical creature, it seems like, because we're not gonna call him a human being, bro. He's an alien. He's not from here. Never will be classified as being from here. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect for him to being from France. The Frenchman, you know what I'm saying? He coming through, the French assassin. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. He out here averaging 25 a game, man. As you can see, the Spurs is the 5th seed in this. You know, we're all the way at the 9th. We win the play-in, we come in. So they're actually not a true 5th seed, bro. Timberwolves are really, really good. They're hard to beat, but at the same time, it's because of Ant, and you know, they got a shot blocker at the rim. But bro, the Spurs with Trey Young this season and this other guy Sampson at the 2, playing the 3 as well, and then Wemby playing the 5, bro. It's like you got a point guard who can create, who can shoot threes. You also got a shooting guard who, he got all the middies, like for real, like all the mid-range, everything like that, bro. He on it, bro. So it's like he do that, and he cut through the screens and stuff like that. They screen and they doing everything they can do from screen and rolling too. So Wemby is just all over the court. He an all-around great player. So at this point of being in year 4, I think, for him. So it's year 3 for us, year 4 for him. If you're looking this far, man, I know I'm going to show the playoff tree eventually, but looking at these, that standings that was right there, bro. Mavs got, you know, they actually got, you know, kicked out the playoffs, so that's another high seed that we'll have too. I just wanted to say that. New Orleans got kicked out too. Looking at our stats, man, 36 a game, obviously in Atlanta. That was our high for the career, man. We didn't drop off that much. 31, 4-4, man. We right there with the stills at 2.6 to 2.7. Our 3-point percentage didn't drop off. It actually got better. Our free throws went down, but our minutes also went down, I believe, playing for LA. Our field goal percentage went from 64 to 60, so that's not a bad thing. In the playoffs, our points went up, our field goal percentage went down, our 3-point percentage went up because we've been snapping from 3. Free throw percentage also 97%, bro. We've been snapping from free throws, like, you know what I'm saying? We had a couple bad games, you know, like where we didn't do as well, but you know, we coming to this series, man, performing really high. You know, 43 a game, 5 and 5, 43, 5 and 5, 2 steals and a block a game, bro. Three turnovers, but it is what it is. Our plus minus, we plus 5.5. Like I said, our minutes went down by 1 this year. We end up having less points too, 2,500 points to 29, 100 the year before. We set a rookie record. We still can't do shit on the GOAT rankings because we not ranked at all. We got to do more. So this playoffs, we going to do that, man. Locking into what we got going on, man. We go back here, look at our uniform. I don't know about y'all, but I like to custom make some of the kicks in the game. Obviously, I got the 4s, I got the 5s, I got the 7s there too. I got the Rose Rojos, I call them the Freaks. So those the 6s, the Freak 6s. I played in them when I was in Atlanta. You know, I want to wear these other type of sneaks, but I also don't want to go against the grain when it comes to not really matching with the uniform, man. I feel like that's a big thing for me. I can never not really match. So looking at a lot of the sneakers that we got, man, I'm going to make the collection a little bit, you know, vast. I feel like more than this. I might do it more in 2K26, but 2K24, man, I had a lot of like sneakers created, man. Looking at our starting lineup, Davion Mitchell is going to come out of the starting lineup. Like, I got to put Bronny James Jr. back in the starting lineup. He's actually on fire. We're going to make his minutes go down, put Bronny James' minutes up a little bit. Obviously, I'm repping Kelsey Plum. She's not with the Las Vegas Aces no more. Got to get a Sparks jersey, but that's probably going to be in next year's, John. Clearly, because they're going off of last year's WNBA season. So we rocking the San Antonio jersey still in San Antonio. Well, the San Antonio colors in San Antonio. So Las Vegas Aces is there. Looking at a lot of these sneakers, bro, I feel like it's only right I pay homage, bro, by wearing a lot of Brons, bro, to keep it a buck with you, man. So we go back in. I think we changed that. We go to that. Do we want the sleeve off, sleeve on? Like, what we really want to go with here? We want to go with the right shoulder sleeve. We got the leg sleeve as always. We got that on there. So I think we ready to rock and roll, man. We go out here, get ready for the game, man. Going into game 1. Very difficult game, I feel like, for me, because it was a filler game. When we're looking at this team, man, very, very, very difficult team to get by, man. 47 and 35, but they ain't a true 47 and 35, if I'm being honest with y'all. You know, I look at them like they are a team where, like, I honestly feel like the most humble opinion I feel like of them, bro, I just feel like they're the true number 1 seed, bro. I can't be no more humble about it. We start this game out, man. Bronny James try to throw it up to us, man. The game takes us further in. We start off with a turnover. Trey Young is on his shit, but we got him as far as like covering him. We hoping Bronny's gonna be physical against him. I come back down. I'm trying to get over here on this right elbow or this right wing, establish my dominance, but we want to stay within whatever the play calling structure is. I'm trying to go to the rim and I'm trying to pass it off to AD. AD gets the bucket, a layup. We're hoping to recreate a lot of those, man. So I come down, I'm going in and out. I try to back him down. I pass it back out, reset the offense. I'm giving it over here to Dalton Connect, man. Hopefully we can get somebody to get open, man. And Bronny gets open, but he does not convert on that shot, man. In turn, they come down. Bro, I gotta give props to Stephon Castle, man. I believe that's his name. Stephon Castle. On the game, bro, very difficult cover, bro. Also, he's very physical defensively, bro, especially in year 3. We shoot some BS like that. Wemby comes down pushing the rock. We try to swipe the ball away, which we get a lot of those steals in this series. But as y'all can see, give y'all a preview. This shit is not fair. So look at this. He rises up for his jump shot, bro. Him rising up for his jump shot, I know I'm only 6'3", 6'2.5", but I claim 6'3". Don't tell nobody. But I'm keeping it a buck with y'all here. Look at where my arm is, bro. My arm is like right here at his neck. That's not doing shit. And it's really being gracious. My arm is at his chest, bro. Look at that. His face is clearly over my hand. His hand down here, and my hand down here. Look at that, bro. Nothing. We in trouble if we can't get that. You know what I'm saying? As far as like when we get our points for that, when we looking to just try to create disruption and be able to have him do his thing. He tries to come through. He gets the good dunk one on Wemby, man. Good pass by Bronny over to AD, man. AD is going crazy, man. But let's hope we can maintain this. We not really doing a lot. 0 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. But at the same time, we looking to just be effective. We try to close out on him. We get the close out. Good one there. We get the ball on the break. We going to the rim. One hand rim hang. We snapping. Now we like, all right. That's all we need to see. Bron go to the rim. And one. And one. He said, I'm carrying y'all. I'm carrying y'all. So he goes here. He's going for the 3-point conversion. Not 3-point conversion, but the 3-point play. And of course, Sampson's over there. He's going to hit a lot of those. Now, that's a rarity. That's a rare sighting to see him not hit that shot, to be honest with you. 9-8 right now, man. We try to go to the rim. Of course, Wemby's a force at the rim, so he disrupts our shot. Castle comes down. We try to foul him and stop the play, man. Still 9-8 here as we going forward. We looking at just Keldon Johnson. They kill us on a lot of these screens, bro, because they screen. We go under, and we need to really go over. And I don't know. I don't think you can really like actually change that setting here, man. I feel like it's a situation where you can only do that when you playing in a dynasty or whatever, or my GM or whatever. You can't change that no other way. So Sharp, DeVon Sharp gets the rare stop against Wemby. Bron, that should have been an and one, but we leaving it like it is, man. Whatever, we happy with us being able to convert in general, man. Sampson gets the ball down to Wemby. We try to like tease the help over here. Wemby passes over here, it looks like, and we get that actually knocked away. And then Bron on the fast break with the dunk. We get that too. Right now we feel good. Force them to call a timeout. Now further down the line, we get taken out of that game. We come back in 20-22. We down by 2. They got Max Strus on their team as well. We cheat over and help, and we pay for it right there. 3 in the corner, dotting our eyes. Now I could have took that 3. Not sure why I didn't, but playing in the moment, I tried to reset the offense and go right to the rim for the and one here. And we get the and one. Should have been an and one. I think that is, I don't want to say Zeller so bad, bro, but I think that might be, I'm trying to remember his name, bro. He dribbles right through us. A lot of plays like that, we're getting dribbled right through for the steal, bro. Another one, he chill out the ball. So that's Zach Collins, actually. So he tries to shoot the 3 out there. He gets a couple of those, as you'll see later in the video. We try to reset and go baseline here. We do. Euro, and one. Give me that. It's not even questionable at that point. Unless Wemby down there, we get in that basket, bro. What's crazy is, bro, Zach Collins is up there resetting the offense. If anything, bro, we should be swiping that away. AD, you should be aggressive on that. Once again, we go under the pick. Go over the pick, bro. If you go under that pick, they're making us pay a lot. So a lot of that earlier on, I think, of shooting ourselves in the foot. We're going to call for DeVon Mitchell to get a screen here from Bron, and we're going to get him open. Trey Young can't fight over that because he's not aggressive, and we're going to make him pay for that. So we go back up 29-28. They're bringing the ball back down. This is where it's like, all right, once again, like I said, he's going to hit that shot. Once again, fight through that screen. They're not fighting through the screen. Looking back at this now, there's a lot of plays where we could have been aggressive and we could have stopped them from getting that 3. They shoot the ball extremely well. Bron comes back down, no one tries to get back with his own points, or his own 3-pointer, but it doesn't happen. We leave with a donut from that one. Trey Young, once again. All right, Sampson is out there. I get the steal. We going straight to the Baja with this joint. So I actually do a damn near a Euro gather, Euro step dunk, whatever you want to call it, bro. Bron almost loses the ball right there. I call for a pick. I'm trying to get the little buzzer beater at this point. I don't get it. Stephon Castle gets the rebound, man. Look at this. No one stops the ball, bro. And I got a beater, but he still gets the and one. That's what I'm saying, bro. Tough cover for Stephon Castle, bro. He going crazy. We in the half there, man. We down right now. Oh, no, we're not down right now. I thought we were down. 45-45. So this is a pretty crazy matchup. Like I said, Dallas gets eliminated, another high seed that's eliminated. New Orleans actually, for a teaser, you know, they're down 1-0, but they get eliminated, man. 43 from Houston, man. They obviously beat beat Utah. If we look over at the West, bro. Look over at the East from the West. Toronto beats Atlanta. So Toronto's in that second round. Washington and Miami. Miami is another low seed that actually gets through, man. That's actually facing somebody else that got through and beat their higher seed, Washington, as they beat Cleveland. So it's Washington, Miami, Detroit, and Toronto. And for us, it's San Antonio and LA and Houston and New Orleans, man. So we face Houston next round, but how we get there is very important. Literally, man, looking at this. Look at these mistakes, bro. So I get over there really late. We obviously try to like sacrifice our body. That looked like the Brian Dawkins shit that he be doing when he went from the hash mark to really like just hover over board and just like flew like Superman and tackle him. Another senseless turnover here. 45-48. Spurs are up 3. We try to reset. I try to actually get through. I'm actually probably going to change this dribble animation, I feel like, for me, man, because I feel like it's a little bit slow. But maybe it's just me. I lose the ball there. Dribble right into Sampson. I really wish I could just like take and gather and bring that ball over. Trey Young gets the and one there because it should have been an and one. We basically hacked him. Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson, fun fact, he kind of looks like me. It's so funny. In the game, at least. In real life, he don't look as much like me, but in the game, he kind of does look like me. It's kind of scary. AD gets to stop there on Wemby. We come bring the ball up. We try to get a quick little in and out and then snatch back. Try to go for the 3, but it's a very late release. That should have actually went down, but we were just on some bullshit, I feel like. So, looking at Sampson, man, he goes through the screen once again, making his pay. Told you, he's a problem, bro. From the mid-range, bro, they got a scorer at every level. When you got... Now, we should have got that still stolen actually from us. But when you got somebody like Trey Young at the 3, and then you got somebody, we try to get the and one there, we don't get it. But when you got somebody like Trey Young at the that can shoot like that at the 3 and play make, and we get the steal there too. And you got somebody like Wemby who can play all over the floor, and we turn over the ball. This is a crazy series of offense right now that's being displayed. It's really ridiculous. But and then you also got somebody like that's like a defensive stopper and Castle, but also can hit the open shot. And then Sampson, that's from mid-range, that just like drains them shits like that right there, steps into it, and just that's it. You get a score like that where it's 45-48 and it goes to 54-45. Victor Wembanyama, 14 rebounds, tied for the most in the playoffs, bro. They try to get a screen for Trey Young. We actually get through it. They didn't set a physical enough screen. Trey Young is trying to reset here. He's a little bit more aggressive here than he was in Atlanta because he would have definitely get that ball up. But he tries to go through, weave through. He gets the and one layup, and it goes in. So AD is right there. You got to take that shot if you AD. You can't drive right into him because he's got longer arms than you. His arm is about as long as your legs. You know what I'm saying? Wembyana tries to come up for the pull-up, doesn't get it. James gets the rebound. He's pushing it down. Bron's trying to look and reset. He passes it to me over here. I call for the ISO. I got Trey Young on me, so I'll try to go and do him dirty. You see, he's not strong enough for us. So we go through. He comes for the help. Castle comes for the help, so we don't actually get the hook. That disrupts our shot, I feel like. Castle in the corner. He pulls up. 3 right there. Or he spots up, actually. 3 right there. 47-59, man. Another serious situation where we find ourselves down 12 right here. So Vanderbilt gives us a screen behind the back for the and one. That was a nasty ass move. I'm not gonna lie to you. The tween and then behind the back, and then for the Euro layup, that was crazy. So we down by 10 right now. We still feel confident, nevertheless, I feel like, with this game, man. Watching this unfold right now, it's kind of unfortunate how we go down to 0-3. But once again, we got Trey Young on us. We try to go right past him. And we go for it's like a gather you do, where I forget whose gather that is, but it's a pump fake step through, or pump fake turnaround, and it's like a step through for the hook. It works a lot better, but it was a little bit cheesy because we went through Trey Young. We probably could have dunked it, but whatever. Bron gets the foul on Keldon Johnson. You can see right there, that guy looks just like me. You'll see a better pic or a better video eventually. Bron doesn't make the first one, man. Looking at the second one, he almost misses that one too, Bron. Come on, brother. We got to get through here, and we got to press through to get back in this game. We down by 7 now. 3 minutes left in the third, game 1, man. Wemby comes over here to set the screen for Trey Young. Trey Young actually gets stuck. We stick somebody with him, but it doesn't even matter. DeVon Mitchell is supposed to be a defensive stopper at the point, but this is why we got him on the bench right now, bro. To come off the bench, I feel like to get that spark, man, because offensively he's not doing a lot. He will shoot a three and make it occasionally. Then sometimes he will actually go crazy and shoot a couple of threes and make them, but it's not as consistent, I feel like, as Bron is playing right now. So we get the and one, the block and foul on Keldon Johnson. This is what I was talking about right here. Actually, we might see his face, we might not. No, we don't. But we get the three-point play there. Wemby once again. All right, so now another screen. Draymond, keep going. All right, Wemby gets, okay, we stop right there. All right, we don't fight through the screen. Boom, he's making us pay, bro. That shit automatic damn near. And we don't get through. They obviously want to set a play up, so let's let them set a play up. We late on the pass. Trey Young gets the steal. We do our thing right there to actually come through with the help defense and disrupt the layup, but we turn the ball back over. I should have actually been back there further. Trey Young start pulling up from Yucatan. He pulled that bitch from Yucatan. Like, I don't even know where he pulled that motherfucker from. New Guinea, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know where he pulled it from. We get the screen, we go into the rim. That should have been an and one. I hated the fact that our driving dunk is at 89, but our contact dunks, we don't have like this enough for the contact dunk, I feel like, to be really effective to us to dunk on a lot of people. We had one last series, but this series, not so much. We find ourselves down by 9 again, man. 69 to 78 here. 6 minutes left in the fourth. AD, we ask for the ball from him. We trying to reset, get the screen here, and we try to go for the oop, and we get it. So now we feeling like, all right, bet. Birdman hand rubs. We here. We back. We about to make this work. Looking at how they set up right here, I definitely did something crazy there, but AD cleans it up. You know, we lagged a little bit on defense. We get the left hand joint. The left hand joint from up here. So, Bron, that was a crazy pass, brother. But I cheat a little bit over too much, I feel like, which affects this play a little bit. Trey Young comes through the screen, and then he gets another screen. No one fights through. He resets. Bang. Another three. 73 to 81. So they go back up by 8. We were down by 5 at that point. Trey Young cooks him. Oh my goodness. Cooks him. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Bronny, you got to be better than that, bro. Like, you got to be better. We go to the replay for this one. We go into the replay because this is crazy. The size up is crazy, so let's zoom out. Bang, bank, right past him. Oh, no, we spinning around. So he gets the ball. Bank, bank. Huh. Hard dribble. Spin. Damn. That's like the little montages that they play before the damn videos. And he get the and one. AD just missed the ball. And one. That shit was nasty. He don't do none of that shit when we played with him in Atlanta. That's the crazy part. I go for the back screen. I should have just went right up for the layup. I was hesitant on that. I got Vassell on me, which I feel like, you know, we should have gone up on him. 77 to 86. We come down. I'm expecting Bron to go straight in, but I call for the ball like a dummy, bro. Lewis Jr., he comes through. That should have been a steal. They called a foul on that. Bron is really aggressive because he obviously got like he got dragged a couple plays before it. Lewis gets both shots at the rim. I mean, both shots at the foul line. We down by 11, 4 minutes left. This is the point where it starts to kick in, and I feel like now we getting beat, and we probably may not come back. Castle jumps the passing lane, and he actually gets that steal. Down by 13 with 4 minutes left. We try to get past Castle, and we don't. Like, he's playing great D. Blocks it. Now, Keldon Johnson comes down. We try to get the steal right here. We don't get it. We over here, going back to helping. Now, keep in mind, back door is right there, but look who's open over there. They didn't get it to Johnson, but Johnson was open. So we get the ball back. Bron gives it back to me. Another turnover. Castle, all the way down there already again because we didn't force him to come back down to reset really on defense. 77 to 92. They call a timeout here. 3 minutes is left, man. Now we got to just make some stuff happen that we feel like, right? So I'll try to get the foul. I do get the foul. He stops me from not being able to finish the play. I get the first one, but I missed the second one. So Wemby comes back down, man. Back to the basket game is crazy. He's also a great playmaker because he can see over everybody. He shoots the three. It doesn't matter. This shit's not fair. Looks like 78-95, 3 minutes left. Not saying we can't come back, but I don't think we come back from this. We asked for the ball again, try to make something happen, try to go past him. We should have got that layup, and we don't. Trey Young, at this point, we're accepting our fate, I feel like, but we're being a little bit overly aggressive, and we get finished over. That's from Wemby, bro. Wemby, another one, man. He's just probably like the best player I feel like in the league right now, man. Tatum and him is up there right now in our MyCareer, but he's the best player I feel like in the league after playing this series. Like, he's really unstoppable, bro. We go to the rim here. Excellent release, but it doesn't matter. We're down by 15 with a minute and a half left. We're not going to come back from this game, so we're going to go all the way to the end. 102-86, we lose this game by. Key takeaways, I feel like, from game one, bro. Fight and be aggressive over the screen. Look at this, bro. Like, you know, we got some things where we was actually, like, making them look bad, but, bro. It just, Wemby, like, a couple of things for us, but that right there from Kevin O'Connor kind of sums us up, bro. Like, Wemby just had a good game. That's all. Like, that's all it is, bro. So second game, man. When we go to this second game, I feel like was more of the same. We couldn't fight through screens. Wemby didn't have a crazy game, but we also didn't have an amazing game. We obviously coming off of scoring like 30-something points, 50-something points, but right now we just at a situation where we can't really get everybody else going, and we got to do more. 5 of 9 from James, 6 of 10 from AD. Like I said before, we had a couple of games where the fouls got corrupted. So right now, I believe we go into game 3 here. Shout out to Sabrina Ionescu, bro. Those are some crazy ass sneaks. So we put on our 7s for this game, man. I want to go back actually though and change the uniform because we feel like we got to put on the Mamba jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So looking at our stats here, look at what we got going on. We're 4-5 in the playoffs. We're down 3-0. So right now we're not going to game 3. We're going to game 4. We're down 3-0. Houston is up 3-1. Washington is down 3-0. Detroit and Toronto are tied up. We're averaging 36 a game. 5. Our assists went down to 5. Our steals went down to 2.1. Our blocks went down by 0.3, I guess. Turnovers went up by 1 almost. Our field goal percentage actually went up a little bit. But looking at their stats, 18-13. Look how more balanced they look. And we're playing on 9-minute quarters. With those 9-minute quarters, we're also looking at it like we're the my player, so it's like we're going to get the ball moving. You know what I'm saying? So coming into this game, man, down 3-0, back at the crypto.com arena. Bro, they need to go back to Staples. Staples obviously isn't like a crazy investor right at this point, right? Because they closed a lot of locations, I feel like, too, and then Staples is not as big as they were in the early 2000s. But with everything with cryptocurrency and all the other stuff, bro, you know, playing Madden, you can see how people can just like sublease their names, or had a partner up and collab and had their names on stuff on buildings and stuff like that, and you know they actually got to pay money to the place to have their stuff there. So this is always going to be the Staples, but crypto.com arena. We start game 4. We come out here, setting up this play for the back door, then we get a little screen to AD, but we go straight through actually, and then we try to set the screen a little bit later, but it doesn't work. We get the ball right here at the foul line. We try to back down, turn around. Doesn't work. We're running down with the clock. I don't know what we can get here, but we try to get a little layup. Doesn't work. He gets the shit blocked. So shot clock violation and a block. You look like a doofus running back down the floor, but it is what it is. See, that's what I mean by aggressively fight through the screen, because guess what? Then we actually cut off him from actually scoring at the basket. We get the ball, moving it down the court. Bron, step back. He actually makes this shot, which is crazy. He could have went behind the back and went for the layup, but Bron be doing that shit a lot on this game, bro. He does it behind the back and then a step back and a fade away. It's crazy. We get the stop there. They had another conversation about Bron having a bag, bro. They get the ball down here and we get that dunk. We looking like Spider-Man on the fucking rim, just hanging there. We did a Shaq. Shaq say, I'm getting legs up every time. Pause. He always say that shit. I think a couple years ago, he was going on an interview spree just saying that shit. Like, he knew once he got to the down there, like, it was legs up Shaq every time. And I think Gilbert said some shit like that, too. But they was talking about Bron not having a bag, bro. My opinion is this, like, obviously, I don't play basketball professionally, but I feel like if you look at early Bron highlights, bro, you can see where, like, he's like a rhythm player. I feel like there's times where he had to be the sole scorer on a team where he actually take over and he going in, and you look at it like, damn, like he just coming up and just pulling that shit. That's one. I feel like in your bag, if you got a pull up, that's a bag move right there. You know what I'm saying? Your little dribble pull up. I feel like also if off the pick and roll you create and you got a little pocket pass, that's a bag move right there because you could fake that pocket pass and then pull up right there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a bag is like building off of certain aspects of your game that you feel like it's tendencies. We don't get out there for the 3 to close out in time. They cut the lead to 3. We was only up by 6, but now we down by 3. I mean, now we up by 3. I try to get the oop to AD. AD doesn't get it. But when we looking at just people that got a bag, like clearly they're gonna say Kobe got a bag because he got crazy footwork, right? And he got all the pump fakes in the world. But if you keep it a buck, bro, Kobe only had that one move, bro. And he stole that crossover from AI, bro. Like Kobe, everybody innovation, bro. Let's keep it a buck as we get that crazy ass left hand oop over Castle and make him look absolutely crazy. Crazy pass by Bron, but crazier finish by us. Aggressively don't get through the screen and we pay for it with a 3. Now they're up 11 and 10. What I was gonna say was obviously imitation is the best flattery, but think about Kobe's go-to move. He perfected it and he remixed it and actually started doing crazy pull-ups and stuff like that from 3. Now, you could say Kobe had that consistently because he always did it, but he always did it and he shot crazy-ass bad shots and his field goal percentage actually reflected that, right? When you start really looking at the tape and stuff like that, they obviously, I seen a video where, and we get the nice little defensive stop there, where Coach K, you know, he don't coach no more, but Coach K from Duke was talking about how when he was in the Olympics, and when he was in the Olympics, he was talking about how he took bad shots. Fade away right there, we don't get that. 13 to 10, we're down still. And he said he had to pull him in the office because Bron and Wade went to him and was like, bro, like they upset. They said, bro, which if he's supposed to be the leader, you're like, bro, you got a team here, bro, get him involved. The Kobe stands and the niggas that's Kobe fans is gonna be like, yeah, look at Bron, look at Wade complaining. I'm not worried about Bron or Wade complaining, honestly. I'm looking at the fact that they looking like, all right, we don't feel like we can really tell Kobe nothing because Kobe got a chip at this point. I mean, Wade had a chip, so he probably could have went, but Bron and them is like, all right, Coach K, like you supposed to be harmonizing us, bringing us together. You could talk to him before we talk to him, you know what I'm saying? Because of his mentality, we're not gonna go to him, whatever. You know, obviously they try not to fracture the relationship. They probably felt like it's best to come from the coach, right? In this situation, I feel like AD did not foul Trey Young. So I challenged the call. A rare challenge here, just to divert away from the conversation a little bit. JJ is like, no, review that shit, bro. He reviewed it. We get a rare challenge reversal in this situation, right? But look at the angle that it's going to show us from this reversal. He barely touches him, bro. He's going past him, but he barely touches him. He touches his shoulder right here. And Trey Young just says, falls out the air. Like, what are we doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? So, overturn there. We get a jump ball at half court. And that makes us, feel great. We don't get charged a timeout for it. But he pulled him in the office, Coach K, and talked to Kobe and said, bro, like, they were up, but he's like, yo, we going into the, we leaving the qualifier round, and we going into the next round and really start the tournament. Bro, you taking Laker shots. Which Kobe, bro, used to, like, he used to just being an alpha male, just taking all the shots and shit like that. But, one thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, like, Kobe did play make to a degree, but I don't think he play made better than Jordan because Jordan had a span where he almost averaged a triple-double. Jordan did take a lot of shots, but when he got them other great players on his team, like Pippen wanted to rightfully so just, like, play make and feed off of everybody else. He knew Jordan needed to get the ball in order for him to win. But Pippen could score a little bit. He had a couple of moves. But I look at it like, bro, Bron's in comparison to Bron, like, you look at that shot that everybody liked to pat and the fadeaway shot, like, he perfected it. Yeah, he did. The dribble pull-up, he perfected it too. The three-point line shot that he has, like, where he's fading away or he's getting the ball and just pulling that shit, like, you could equally say that, like, bro, he got a bad shooting percentage from out there too. So if you go on, take that into perspective and put that there and say it's not consistent. Obviously, Kobe has had a lot of those, like, when the game has mattered, it seemed like, and the game seemed like, or everybody that's surrounding the game seemed like they actually amplified it a lot more. And we go down into this game being up by 2 points, going into the second quarter. We get the and one there. We on a mission, we being aggressive. 27-24, we're up right now by 3. Bad play, they get the rebound, come down here, and we also get the steal, though. We ask for the ball back, and we dunk it. We all go up by 5. But if you taking points away from Bron for just not having a consistent, like, three-pointer until, like, the end of his career, Kobe had that three-pointer, but you started to notice that three-pointer a lot, I feel like, when Shaq was probably going to be super consistent. Because right when Shaq left, that's when he started taking all these crazy threes, I feel like. You know, you look at, like, 05. That's when you really started to see it a lot. Kobe did take those threes, like, when Shaq was there, but he really killed that elbow, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did a lot of that, you know. He did a lot of mid-range merchant. Like, he was going crazy, like, from the mid-range, you know what I'm saying? Like, he perfected that. So I'll give Kobe that on his bag, but to have that one cross that he did, his footwork was impeccable, so I say that's a part of his bag too, because he always could build off of that. He always had to step through. He had to pump fake, and then he would go up trying to draw the foul. He had the pump fake and then the turnaround that was on the 2K commercial. If y'all remember the 2K commercial for 2K10, we saw that, we was like, yo, this shit real. This shit real as fuck. Like, look at Kobe up and under move. That's crazy. So, looking at Kobe jawn right there, like, or Kobe step through, that he would probably hit right there to do a little pump fake and then turn around for the jumper, and we get the 3 right there to go up by 9. You could say that's a part of his bag, but he didn't have a crazy ass bag. Like, it was just, he had crazy footwork. He had the up and under. He could score at 3 levels of the game. And he also had the so the footwork, up and under, and he had the mid-range. That's a part of his bag. That's his game, right? So you look at Bron's bag. Bron, once again, could play make better than Kobe. Just like Michael could play make better than Kobe. And he had a stretch where he actually showed that, even though he scored a lot too. But Bron, outside of that, bro, he has highlights, literally, just like Kobe does, where he's pulling from crazy range from 3. Where he's doing turnarounds from 3. Where he's coming down. The Milwaukee game, I think in like 08. I think it's the 07-08 season. Or it might be 2007. The year they go to the year after, I think they go to the finals. Bron is coming down just pulling 4 threes straight. Like, he's just pulling the 3. He has highlights also where he's going to the rim, finishing on people, dunking on them, and one. I don't care what you say, athleticism and to be able to pull that off, that's a part of my game. If I could just bang on you at will, that's a part of my game. That's in my bag. If I'm putting my back to the basket and I'm backing you down, he even did that shit against OKC. He threw them in a post damn near half of the series. He was posting them up. He has somewhat of a post game, I feel like. It got better eventually in the end of his career now, where he can do turnarounds and stuff like that, but they'll still say, now look at him airballing this, look at him doing that. They'll nitpick and do that, bro, but like when it comes to Kobe, bro, when you point out like how many like bad shots he done took, and you look at him and be like, damn, like what are you doing, bro? Like, they'll be like, no, but he hit that though. He hit that though. Like, that's his move. That's what he do. They don't give nobody no grace except for Kobe, bro. And I feel like it only got like that after Kobe was gone, bro. But it's cool. Rest in peace to Kobe, bro. But if you really break down like what they do, and look at what they do when they got the ball, Bron got that too. He got a turnaround that he too and he go to. He showed you where he won a whole game against Toronto, putting them in a post and just doing the same turnaround. They didn't stop it, bro. If they don't stop it, you don't gotta do nothing different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, if he's coming down, posting up like he's doing right here just now, and he passed it out to me just now, but if he's coming down, posting up, and he say, all right, I'm going to do a little turnaround, boom, they don't stop it. The second time, you be like, all right, I'm hot a little bit, I feel like. I like that shot, how it felt. Turnaround. Good shot from DeVon Mitchell to put us up by 14. But if he don't stop, if nobody don't stop it, why would I stop? Big Sean voice. Why would I stop? Why would I stop? Like, I'm gonna keep doing it. Wemby gets the foul there, goes to the line, converts both of the free throws there. So Bron, I think, gets the three here. Nope, open. But he usually does make that three whenever he does go through that screen or go through that pick in this series. But Trey Young tries to get the layup. We don't let him get that. We get the rebound. We try to go around Stephon Castle, and we see AD down there. We should actually bounce that through, but we probably couldn't be able to convert that. In turn, we give the layup on the other end. They're now down by 10. I just feel like we crucify one player, but we don't actually point out the fact that the other player takes terrible shots, and it actually shows in his field goal percentage. You know what I'm saying? Bron has a better field goal percentage because most of his shots are at the rim, but if you look at or his shots are literally around the paint, you know what I'm saying? But he does do a lot more shooting now at this stage of his career, which I feel like his field goal percentage actually does show. And he's still around a 48%, 50% free field goal percentage person. You know what I'm saying? Like when he shoots threes, he doesn't shoot a terrible percentage from three. I think he is above 35, percent from three, which is, not bad. I think that's pretty good. He's not 40. But everybody classifies now shooting 40% from three as this benchmark, this crazy benchmark. But I feel like for a volume three-point shooter, yeah, once Steph did that and once other people did that, like Steve Nash, Kyrie, you looked at it and you said, all right, 50, 40, 90, that's a thing. But back then, bro, to shoot 35% from the three, you was considered to be a great three-point shooter, bro, back then when AI played and when Kobe played and stuff like that. So Wemby gets the dunk at the other end on the fast break. He's flexing. He thinks they're coming back, but I don't think they're coming back because we start turning up the heat on him a little bit too. Bronny gets to the line, misses this free throw. They come down on the rebound, man. Devin Vassell over here. We see the screen right here for Sampson. He doesn't get it to him, but he gets to Keldon. I couldn't get through that screen. I tried to cheat over late. Trey Young makes us pay. 59-50. 51-50, they get a free throw, I think, on the other end after the foul. And we come through, and we try to do a backdoor screen here. I'm late, obviously, and it's too late now. Bron is taking over, and he's went to the other left side. We see Bronny James as open. He misses that three. Perfect opportunity to go up more. We try to get a steal. We do. We actually, in a moment, set a single game playoff high in steals. We actually do, I think, set that again, I think, later in this series a little bit. But one game at a time for now. We try to go through the screen, but we go the wrong way. I go for the Euro, try to get the and one. I don't. I get to the line. Free throw one goes down. Free throw two. If you haven't noticed, I actually have Rip Hamilton's free throw. I love that free throw routine, bro. One of my favorite routines ever. Except for J Kidd. J Kidd, I think, kisses and then lines up at the rim. There is somebody, I think, my dad used to tell me this when I was a kid, that and we get the steal there again, or we almost do, and it goes out of bounds, but I think we don't get the ball back. It goes back to the Spurs. We up by 8. There is something where somebody actually lines up, they do their hairline joint to the rim, but J Kidd one always sticks out to me because I feel like unique free throw routines, a lot of people have a lot of them. We might do a video about that one day, right? We talk about people's free throw routines. I feel like that's interesting to me. But honestly, and we go around him and we get the and one there. That should have been an and one. But whatever, it is what it is. We up by 7, I think, at this point. Rebound from DeVon. Oh no, Bronny James actually. Bronny James gets it ahead to us. We go to the rim, and we almost converted, but Wemby back there for the block. He's helping back there. So Vassell goes to the rim, gets the foul. To put a button on that conversation though about Bron, bro, he got a bag, bro. Your bag is, I feel like, defined by what you can build on with your game, what you feel like is a counter to a counter. You know what I'm saying? It showed that it felt like Kobe had a lot of counters though, but I feel like it was a bunch of pump fakes. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of pump fakes and impeccable footwork, which is great. That's his superpower, bro. Kobe had some of the best footwork ever. And he had the mid-range shot just really patent. He boarded out to the 3, but you also saw where if he didn't have those shots, and if it was a fifth, we'd be drunk like they say all the time. But he did it. if he didn't have those crazy shots where he won games or he tied games on those 3-pointers, they wouldn't give him that. They'd be like, yeah, he hit it, but he didn't hit it enough. They would say that. I look back at the Raptors. One of the crazier threes was at the Raptors 3 where he gets the ball kind of sort of where I have it right here. And he comes through for the screen and he actually gets fouled. And he still hits that 3, I think. I think it might have been Terrence Ross, I think, on the Raptors team at the time that probably fouled him, I believe, from that 3 at that left wing. I feel like it was, right? But Bron's right, bro. 50 billion points, bro. 50 billion points and I don't got a bag is crazy, bro. I feel like you have to be able to put the ball in the basket. And it's not all dunks, bro. You got a lot of his 3-point shots there, too, for the points. As well as you seeing games where Bron just like kind of like go midi and just take over as far as like I step in, I take a little shot there, crazy little and one between Victor and Vassell, or that might have been not Vassell. I think that might have been Keldon Johnson that was in between. But all this kind of gets glossed over because they're like, we don't like Bron, bro. He lost some. Bron would have beat Steph, I think, those other 2 times that he faced him. Let's just say that the year after that they won the championship in 2016. And then the year before that, if he would have beat him, right when Steph was like just getting there for the first time and, you know, everybody on Bron's team was injured, I feel like they wouldn't be having this conversation because 4 and 6 actually looks a lot different when you're 6 and 4. You know what I'm saying? So we go to the rim, we can't convert there. We're up by 9 at this point. So the consensus says Bron does have a bag, bro. A lot of people are saying that, but it's just like they don't want to like when I feel like it's going to be respected more when you go back. You can look at somebody's game and what they've done. Like look at highlights right now. You're looking at like it's unreal how like LeBron was moving on the court and the shots that he would make. Shot making ability is off the charts, bro, when he was a younger player. Obviously, they like to go back to that finals and see, like, yeah, like he had a really bad finals against the Spurs. But, bro, it's the Spurs. He didn't have a consistent shot at that point. And they're like, all right, stop him from converting easy buckets in transition. Be physical with him. At that point, coming off of a series against a physical Detroit Pistons team, even though we took that same Pistons team to 6 games the year before when Bron came up like 3rd and MVP vote or 2nd in MVP vote in that year to Steve Nash. But they don't want to talk about that, bro. Like, you know, Bron was going to, like, be Bron no matter what. Like, Bron was making strides no matter what to be the best player in the league, bro. Didn't matter. Bron misses that. They come down. We're down by 7. I mean, we're up by 7 at this point. Trey Young with the step back here. Trying to bring him back in the game. Doesn't convert. We get the rebound. We try to actually come down here, and I should have actually probably went straight to the rim with that, but we try to reset, give him more time, and we get to the rim. We get the favorable one, but Trey Young hacking the shit out of this, bro. No other way to put it. We get the MVP chance here, and we get the first free throw, 78-86. Look at the second free throw. Man, that Rip Hamilton routine just looks lovely. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We shoot that a little bit too early and we missed the second one. Wemby tries to push the ball up the court, which he probably should have lost it. Gets it to Trey Young. Trey Young for the pull-up. Doesn't get that one. Dalton connect with the rebound. Give it to me. Let's reset. I come back down. Back over to Dalton. Back over to AD. AD with the lucky floater, because that shit, it was like a skyscraper. AD would have been looking up like the William Dafoe meme at this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to figure out, like, what the hell happened. I get the screen. And I come through with the left-hand layup. The left-hand finger roll is crazy. 90-80. You know, a minute and a half left to go in this game. Safe to say that we win this game. We wrapping it up. Wemby comes down for the screen a little bit. We actually disrupt that. Castle goes over in the corner. Trey Young comes over for the fader. Doesn't. He almost didn't hit that. He hits that. 82-90. We call a timeout. Yeah, I don't want to jinx us, but clearly we won this game. We stave off elimination here, man. Try to get him on a pump fake, doesn't work. That's a hard dribble I feel like we can build off of and put that behind our back. So in the future, we're going to try to probably do that. Now, for the little back screen right there, connect probably should have went through. But AD feels like he can just do it himself, put his Thanos glove on and just probably like shoot that 3. That was a crazy three, bro. He started getting too crazy. So we get to the end of the game here. We win this game 93-85, man. Great way to fight off elimination, bro. Of course, we hype. You know what I'm saying? This series had a lot of ebbs and flows, man. We go down 3-0 in this. Now we're up. Now we're up. We're not up one game, but we put one game up on the board, man. Going into the next game, I feel like the keys are, when we're looking at that, be aggressive, but we don't have to be too aggressive. We have to make sure other people are having a great game. Simple as that. That's easier said than done, though. Looking at the uniform we want to go with, though, I really like this Lakers uniform. I didn't like it when they first changed the uniforms, but I kind of like it. I like playing in that uniform. The Mamba one. And I also like playing in the early 2000s or like the 2010s uniform, 2017. I like that one. But this black and purple uniform, I feel like, is a great uniform. I like it. Right now, I think we playing in the bronze that he actually, the year after he won a chip, those bronze. In LA in 2020, in 2021, he played in these bronze. So, back in San Antonio, man. I think this would be game 5. Getting ready for this game, man. AD, bro. AD, he's due for a big game. But Davion Mitchell's back in the starting lineup. Me, Dalton Connect, Bron, AD at the 5. So, we'll see what happens here. But I feel good about this game, man. We start this game off, I feel like, with a barrage. I think this is the game where we have a barrage of threes that kind of go back and forth a little bit, right? Looking here at game 5, man, seeing how this all came together, man, it was just like, or a barrage of like made shots back and forth. It was just like, they came out knowing that they had to probably like do their thing here, and they had to probably put us away. But they really couldn't, you know what I'm saying? So AD comes out, step back. He almost makes that shot, but now we got to come back and play defense. I got to play defense on Stephon Castle that hits with a screen, throwing it right down there in the post to Wemby. Wemby is backing down AD, turnaround shot, not good. So now we have an option to come down here and actually pull a 3 here. We get Wemby, we try to get the switch back. Don't get the switch, he fights through. I try to throw the oop, it doesn't work. Bron gets the almost turnover. I give it back to AD because I see the mismatch down there. AD gets the and one layup there. Should have been an and one layup, but he gets the and one layup there. 4-2 is the score now. Bron with the turnaround 3. Doesn't make it. Now, we're looking at this game, and it looks like, it's not like a barrage of back and forth, but I think it might have been next game. But I feel like with this game we struggled a little bit out the gate a little bit. We try to get the steal, should have been a steal. We're late coming over here, but we get called for the foul. I wanted to challenge this foul so bad, but I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. Let him go to the line, because I don't want to cost us a timeout early right now at this point, because we don't need to call a timeout this soon. Castle goes to the line. He hits 2 of the 3 here. Can he get the second one? He gets the second one there. 2 of the 3. Ties the game back up. 4-4. Bron comes back down, setting up the offense. Screen. This is a screen over here for Davion, I think. Yup, screen. Wrap around here. Bron is actually over there. Davion's late getting the ball. Bron's over here on an island, so he pulls that 3. It's wet. So, 7-4. Now, Castle comes down. I think Sampson's going to probably get this ball. Yep, double screen. We don't fight through aggressively enough. Sampson for the 3. Here's the barrage of 3s I'm talking about, a shot making. So, 7-4, 7-7. They come back down after a missed shot from us. Step back by Wemby. That would have been crazy if it went in. We come back down. We see AD cutting. Do we get him on the oop? No. We end up getting the ball back, though. We get the ball back over to AD. That was a crazy behind-the-head pass. For the fadeaway is crazy. Now, if he'd caught the hoop over 2 people, that's crazy. But the fadeaway from right there over Wemby, that was a beautiful shot. Chef's kiss. Beautiful shot. We don't get through fast enough. We almost get there. But Trey Young is making his pay. 10-9, we down. Bron comes through. Set up the offense. This is a back screen for us now. I don't like this play really for me, so I come back out to the 3. I'm now going to call a little ISO, and I'm going to try to take him to the rim for a turnaround. We stop, hard stop, and then we turn around for the 3. I mean, turn around for the mid-range right there at the elbow. Now, Wemby, off the screen, shot. It's like, bro, they're passing people open, but it's like we get caught on those screens and they get real sticky. You know what I'm saying? It get real sticky. We can't make nothing really happen. Bron comes through. He gets his screen. That's usually what he pulls right there. And he gets that. Now that's down like Drano. You know what I'm saying? Trey Young, that step back. Can't really stop that. He was wide open. But his momentum, I guess, carried him out of the shot. We get him running into his guy. Now we get to the rim as an and one. That should have been an and one. He grabbed us with 2 hands on our shoulders, bro. We had to flick it up. I come through on the screen. I pump fake. I can never get nobody on that pump fake. I go behind and back. I try to bully him out the way. I don't get it. My takeover kind of goes away. Fans obviously are disappointed because of that. Now Wemby gets the ball over here. We right there, but he gets over there for the little elbow shot right there, pump fake, and then step through, and then that's that, right? Now Bronny gets the ball, dribbles hard, gives it to AD for the crazy over two man alley-oop right there. I want to say the crazy 2-man, but that sounds crazy too. But that was a crazy alley-oop as get back for the last one, right? Now we got Keldon Johnson trying to keep him out the paint. We late getting over here. He gets that 3. I just feel like we got motion sickness from going back and forth, back and forth. Strus gets this ball down here. He's trying to make something happen. Should have been a steal. We get the rebound there. We ask for the ball, give it up ahead, Bronny. I should have actually went up for that layup because no one was down there really to challenge me. And in turn, I get the offensive 3-second violation that was on Draymond because he was playing it down there for a while. Sampson gets the foul here and gets to the line. He misses this free throw. It's great for us. We're down by 5. We could have got that stolen, actually. We get it to Draymond for the and one there. Should have been an and one, but we know they're not going to call that. It's a 50-50 call for real. Not a lot of contact really created from that. We get the screen going here, but Jeremy Graham actually ignores that, gets it back over there to Mitchell, I believe that it is. Yep, Mitchell, and he makes that 3 from the elbow, or that left wing. Castle comes back down. We cut the lead down to 2, 29-27. Collins over here for the 3, wide open. He misses it. Once again, we see him come back down and actually make that. We're going to activate the GOAT badge now. I like this badge because once you get your badges to a Hall of Fame, you can keep on activating them, but it gives me 99 perimeter defense, 99 steal, a lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? Drive and dunk, I think, goes to a 99 too as well. We get the ball over to Green, but we ask for the ball back, and he gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell is going to bring that, it doesn't bring it back over to us. Now we're setting up a play for us, gets the ball back in there, and of course I get fouled by Collins. Zach Collins, you shouldn't even shrug your shoulders, brother. Put your arms up, all you want. We won. We won that play. We averaging more than Luka, but Luka gets eliminated at this point. He only averaging 31. We're averaging 39 at this point. I think that might have been 36. I'm not sure. But we at the line. We hit both of them. I like this play right here because we can fake for this screen and go through and then kind of get back here. It works sometimes, but clearly we didn't want the ball, but they're trying to pass us the ball down there because it's really supposed to be a little back alley-oop, for real. We get that play called for us just like we get the play, and then Collins with the dunk. Just like we get that play called for AD a lot sometimes, right? But it's usually AD there with the screen that sets the screen for us, and then off that back screen we kind of get the ball and we shoot the 3 sometimes. Good defense on Castle down there. We got takeover activated. He tries to stop us. We going through though, and we going straight to the rim on this one, right? And I should have been an and one really, but I missed the opportunity for an and one there. If we wouldn't have gathered, we probably would have just like been had a faster layup animation. We get the steal back here. But had a faster layup animation that made it work. That one, we force the issue a little bit more, and we just get to the rim for the foul. We get the first free throw. That's a gimme. Second free throw, we also get it. Takeover activated again. We are down by 4. Wemby tries to bring up the ball. Should have been a steal again. I feel like a lot of times our shoulder is hitting it or our elbows hitting it. We're not doing it. Try to get an oop for Wemby. No, sir, Bob. We going through an alley-oop for AD, though, and he bangs that joint. You know what I'm saying? So, crazy alley-oop there. Now, we in the quarter with a lead, and we're going into halftime. 50-48. Game 5. Looking at what they're going to look at, who cares at this point? But we down 3-1 against San Antonio. Houston actually get up a game in New Orleans, and they're up 3-2. Miami makes quick work of Washington, bro, and we're still waiting on the winner of that Detroit and Toronto series. But looking at this now, up by 2, like, I'm just shaking my head because, like, we should be winning this game, but they got some stops on us. Not as aggressive through the pick on that one. We get mixed up 2, and they get the 3. Up by 1. Mitchell, hard drive over there. Boom, he gets the shot. Should have been a foul. They do fouls for us at the 3, but not for them. Computer can do that a lot more, you know, just willingly. I feel like they can smack your hand out the air. You could fall, whatever, and they're never calling it. Castle's on us again. We do a little turnaround here. We get the little jumper. Turnaround jumper is good. A lot of that here. And we try to get the ball there. We in the paint. We actually got to get out, but we try to get the ball out. We should have just dribbled out a little bit. Turnover. Sampson gets that steal. We try to cheat in the help, and we get mixed up here. Castle gives it back to Sampson. Sampson gets the jumper off, but no 3. We go back down. We're driving. Now we got Trey Young over here. We realize it's a mismatch. We're trying to take on baseline, Euro, and we're trying to put the ball in the rim. Should have probably actually backed them in and then did a turnaround. We're going to try to rely on that next series a little bit more. Wemby gets that ball, and AD clean that shit off the backboard. Clean that shit off the backboard. Clean that shit off the backboard. You know what I'm saying? So, we come through for the 3 off of that, and we should have just probably waited. We do a little up and under, crazy little layup, but that don't work either. We end up fouling, trying to get the ball to get turned over. We get taken out the game. We come back in the 4th quarter, man. Down by 1, man. Now it's do or die because we realized this series really could be over. We get the ball. Schroes probably could have got that still, but we get the ball. We go through, convert the and 1 there for the layup. A little tedious, I feel like, on that call. Should have got it. We're right now shooting a terrible percentage. 14 points on 30% shooting, barely. We get this ball back here. We're looking for Mitchell right here. Mitchell's going to get that ball down in the post to Grant. Grant back to Mitchell. Mitchell for that 3. He pulls it and he makes it. Our teammates had good games, and it was a well-balanced game because I had a terrible game, I feel like. I finished this game, I think, with 26, I believe, or 25. But with the hop through there for the and 1 layup there, should have been an and 1. That was a nasty little highlight, you know what I'm saying? It's not a step through, that's more of a pro hop, but they kind of got rid of that. In real life, you can't really do that a bunch. 16, 6, and 5 at this point. We're having a well-rounded game, but we're not shooting a good percentage. Draymond Green with a big 3 there. You can see they fans going crazy because they feel like they can come back still. They feel like they got us in a great position. 7 points they down by. We missed the second free throw there. Sampson for the pull-up. Midi. It's cash. It's automatic at this point. We know if anything's for sure and anything's for certain, Sampson's hitting that mid-range if he's even like a couple of inches open. You know what I'm saying? We try to come through for the lay-in. We see Wemby cheat over and actually try to come for the help defense, so we get rid of that quick. It don't work out. Lewis is setting up. Wemby gets that shot right there, but he doesn't take it. Passes it over for a better shot from Vessel. Devin Vassell, whatever you want to say his name as. They get the 3. They're down by 2 now. Now it's really becoming reality. The stadium, I think, is rocking at this point, but calm it down. You know what I'm saying? We professionals too. You know what I'm saying? We in case y'all really ain't noticed, you know what I'm saying? We do this shit too. They get the 3 in the corner, man. So they making it really difficult. They actually coming back here. They down by 1. Now we got to really go into war mode. Step back here. We probably could have shot that 3, but we got we got PTSD from the last one. You know what I'm saying? When we did that, we missed that shot, and we got like a very late release. Gets the pick here from AD. He shoots the three there. Crazy shot to just shoot from right there, but we holding on to this lead, man. Bad pass from Keldon Johnson. Bad pass from Keldon Johnson. Lakers ball. They call a timeout. And now they in attack mode. They being a little bit aggressive. They make a mistake there again. Another turnover that costs them. Probably would have got that and one, really honestly, because the way the animation was going, they probably would have gave him that. You know, simple as that. Looking at Bron here with the turnaround, waiting for me to get through the screen. I get through the screen. AD runs in front of me and gets in between me. Pause. Mitchell with this get the screen from there with the crazy like display of just like, I got a handle too, I got a bag too, in case anybody talking about bags. We get under here a little bit late, but we actually do close out. Now we can see the stadium's rocking still. We get to the rim for the little ISO gather, I feel like. Now we call it ISO. Good move from us, but we can't get past. Cass would have saved our lives. We're going to try to do a little turnaround here. We don't get it off because we end up going into a layup. And Wemby's over there for the help. Young's over here, but you probably could have blocked that shot without fouling him, AD. In return, they're down by 3, but it's a minute and a half left to go. Anything could happen in this minute and a half. Clearly, we've seen that right now what's going on with the Indiana and OKC series. Which now, if you're seeing this, Indiana actually plays tonight. Indiana and OKC play tonight, and the series is tied 2-2. Great series right now at this point, but it's just not like everyone's not like super interested in that game because they want to see certain people playing in the finals and not them. We get over late for the closeout, but that was a crazy putback, bro. I don't know how else to really put that, to be honest with you. They're down by 1. 1 minute left. Bron silences the crowd. We have 21, 6, and 5 on 37% from the field, and we don't have a great game, so we're relying a lot on our teammates right now. We're up by 3 at this point. Excuse me, with us being up by 3 at this point, they probably could have got the ball to Trey Young right there. But Wemby in the post, best position for him to play make. He's going for the screen. Keldon Johnson. We don't get under that in time, but Keldon Johnson doesn't make us pay. So now we say, all right, we got to call ISO probably, and we got to probably just get a great bucket, and it probably got to be me, so I'm going to get it. I get the dunk there. 94-89, 23, 7, and 5, I believe is what I have. So we're up by 5, game 5 on San Antonio's floor. Now we just got to close them out to keep this series alive. We disrupt the shot. Now, get the ball to us. They foul us. We coming back up the court again. They don't foul us again. So we're going to dribble out the clock right here. 96-89. We win this game. We actually finished with 25, 8, and 5. I'm barely 40% shooting, I feel like. Chemistry goes up a little bit, excuse me. Chemistry goes up on our team as a result of that. The long walk back to the locker room. Look at us. Feel like Bad Boys 2 when the camera pans up, when they're like, here comes the. That's what I feel like walking off the court right now. You know what I'm saying? So, 3 games to 2. Game 6, we win that game. Clearly, I told y'all that we had a corrupted foul again. Won't be happening for the Houston series, as we see Houston takes care of business against New Orleans. But look at their team. Reed Shepard at the point, Jalen Green, Cam Whitmore, Chet Holmgren, Sengun is still there. Thompson is still there. They got Jalen Duren. They got Pods from Golden State. Otto Porter's on that team too as well. We look at Atlanta won on the play-in, and then Miami actually had to they moved down to 7th seed because they beat Milwaukee. And they actually go to the 8th, really. So they were the 7th seed and they went to the 8th. I'm sorry, they moved out to the 8th seed. Toronto, Atlanta, and like I was saying in the last series, Paolo Banchero actually went to Atlanta. We probably could have stayed there and ran it back with him, but we felt like this team didn't really have enough. DeAndre Hunter didn't really progress as much last year because we hogged the ball really a lot. They got a pretty good team, but I didn't like Okongwu sometimes, bro. So Toronto is in the conference finals with Miami. Miami basically knocked out every higher seed than them to get there, so it's going to be interesting watching them against Toronto. Miami doesn't really have a great squad. They got Mark Williams there. They got Jaime Jaquez Jr. or Jaime Wick, I like to call him because he looks like John Wick, he looks like Keanu Reeves. Look at us. 59 points in the playoffs is crazy. So looking at our starting lineup again, we're going to put Bronny James in for this game because we feel like it could be meaningful. We're going to change the minutes around a little bit too. Give Bronny a little bump in minutes, you know what I'm saying? A little nudge in the right direction. Looking at who's on our bench, man, we got some injuries down there, but Dennis Smith Jr. is down there too as well. Jared Vanderbilt's down there too. Maurice Roy's down there. He hits a good jumper too as well if you have him open. So Draymond Green is probably like the example of a person that's going to probably do too much, but at the same time, he does enough, bro. Defensively, at least for us, off the bench. This is a team where I feel like we're more top heavy, we're more reliant on us, and we just got to be great. So we're going to make Bron play a lot more minutes, keep him in the game a little bit more, keep AD fresh, but still give him the minutes he needs. I really want to wear those powder blue Minneapolis Lakers jerseys, but I feel like in this situation, Bron won a chip in these, so I think we're going to keep those sneakers on. We're going to go back to the early 2000s Laker uniform for here in San Antonio. The long walk out to the game. We're getting ready for Game 7 against the Spurs here. This is where we just got to have a great game. And I feel like, I didn't drop the footage, I don't think, for the Warriors game that we had to play for the play-in. But that Warriors game, we played on a camera view that was my player default. And I think we're going to go back to that for this game. Next series, we're going to play with the regular camera view we're playing with right now. But I feel like for us to win this game, man, I want to do something different again, man. I want to just try to tap in really with the other camera view. So we get open there. Too antsy. We step out. So I'm going to change the camera here from 2K low, 5.7 zoom to height ratio. And sometimes I play it on floor swivel too sometimes. When I started this Bronny James stuff, I want to look at Bronny James and probably just player lock on him a lot. But we're going to go with my player default, 10:5 zoom ratio and stuff like that. All right, so now this is a little bit different. Looking at how we got everything now, we can't get as many steals as we want. That should have been still. Can't get as many steals as we want to have. Wemby pulls up from 3, makes that 3. This is a game where we're going to go back and forth, bro. We got to settle in clearly with this camera view. We doing them dirty. Double pick for LeBron here. Perfect opportunity for him to just find one of us to shoot this 3. He shoots the 3, Drano, bottom of the net. We get the pass over here. Now we're going to pass that for a little behind the little curl pass, I guess. A little fake screen to go through. We're going to step back here for the 3. We don't get it. Usually we get that shot, but we don't get it that time, right? The footage that was supposed to be from Game 6, you see a lot of that too, but it didn't work. It got corrupted after 3 minutes, which is crazy, bro. So that's how I got the before the game footage of the montage they do before to hype up the game and stuff like that. But looking at everything that's going on here, we have 5-5, we up, or 5-5, we tied. 7-5, they go up. Oh my gosh, Jordan crying me because, bro, that was a crazy dunk on by Wemby. So 37.7 we averaging in the playoffs, almost 40. We doing our thing. We doing our thug nizzle, you know what I'm saying? For shizzle. We pass through there and we get the ball intercepted from Wembyama. Wemby comes down, gets to the corner to Sampson. As you know, that shit water every time because if he got 2 steps on you, if he got a step on you, He's draining it. He's comfortable to just pull right there. Might as well call him Jacob Pulling. I don't know if a lot of y'all remember Jacob Pulling, or y'all remember like Jimmy Fredette and all them other people, bro. They was all right back then. We come up, we try to set up Vassal here because we know we got a mismatch for real. So we gonna call for the screen here. We call for the screen and we can pull this here. Hopefully we make it. We don't make it there. 2K, something shit that y'all gotta fix, bro. When y'all get these slightly early releases and stuff like that, bro, y'all gotta like not get so like just kind of locked in on like, yeah, like it gotta be a perfect release in order to make it, bro. Slightly earlys or slightly late sometimes, depending on the person's skill, they made those shots, bro, in past 2Ks. What is the issue this year, bro? I don't understand it. So, we get the steal there. We coming down for the dunk. We activate our badge probably at the worst time, I felt like, but we still get the badge activated. We almost get caught up to, because we gather a 2-foot gather to jump off of 2 to get the dunk, right? We're down by 4 right now. They're trying to do a little backdoor on us. We get there, no siree, but now we get lost in the sauce. We're actually late on that, but he actually gets nervous and he misses that shot. We come down the left side right here and we say, all right, straight to the rim. And one. Ref, call that shit. Now we over here. He wanted to go for a step back so bad, but we foul Wemby anyway and they get the and one. He like, bro, I know I can hear y'all up there. I know I can hear y'all. Y'all better get louder. He trying to hype up his fans. They in San Antonio clearly for Game 7, so this is where they try to take over. We go through and we say and one, ref. Thank you for calling that shit this time, bro. For real. And we just try to like make an example out of Castle this game, to be honest with you, bro. We got 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist already. We go to the bucket again. We don't get that lay-in. Castle keeps going. Now Strus has the ball, pulls up for the 3 here, drains it. That's some shit that Strus usually be doing sometimes though, so I'm not mad at that. We get the ball back. Barrage of shots being made. Now we trying to really make some shit happen. We call for the pick. Pick is set on the wrong side. I gotta figure out again how to like choose what side I want the pick set on. We go for the turnaround here. We make that in and out for the hard dribble left, and then we go turn around over the other shoulder. We get the rebound here. 13, 5, and 1 is what we got on 50% shooting. We having a great game so far. We really doing our thing. We try to like cut off Wemby here, and we try to take him to the basket. But we go turn around here, and of course he is a very tall, rather tall human being. So, or a very tall creature. So he's gonna get that. No foul there. Sharp, good defense. One-hand rebound as we was getting fouled on the rebound. Draymond, we're not letting you drop that bucket, sir. He's going to try to do too much against Wemby, and he's going to try to probably like put him in a headlock, even though he respects Wemby. Behind the back for the dunk. That was nasty. We got to clip that one. Looking back at what Young does here. Dribbles the ball out. Doesn't get that one. We call the ISO here. See if we can get this on Wemby over here. Do we get this shot? No, we don't. We was so close to getting that. I'm going to get me a couple of buzzer beaters, bro. I really am. Looking at what we got going on, 25-24. San Antonio's down by 1, but we like the way we playing this game so far, man. That was a crazy behind the back for that dunking one, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at really what we doing, man. So going into the second quarter here, Sampson, step back, turn around. Bro, I wish we could trade in this game because I would have actually probably traded to get him on the Lakers because I feel like Bron is going to retire after this year anyway because if we actually do win the chip, he's probably not going to come back. And that's what I actually came here for, so for them to actually get somebody else and then me and AD kind of take over the show, you know what I'm saying, or we figure out what can happen. Nasty and one, and he went to the bench like this to let y'all know he made that shit. Okay. Little handoff there, dribble handoff to Castle. Castle right around there. Illegal screen from Zach Collins on connect. AD is back in the game now. And they take us out the game. Coming back and further in the second quarter, 47-39. We actually drive the lead up a little more. We on Vassal right now. He tries to shoot that tough shot, misses it. We down the court already. We don't want to force the pass, but we want to ask for the pass here, I believe. Yeah, because Draymond, you cannot have the ball to make no plays out of that. We should have got that, but slightly late. 2 for $1 though. We come back down. Isolation. Give us the chance to make another play. A little crazy, a little behind the back. He doesn't move. Colin doesn't move. So we get a little behind the back going again. No move again, but we do the little and one to do a little and one there to weave through for the little Euro layup. Collins is actually a good defender out there, which is surprisingly. So I feel like because he should have got really put on skates, I feel like, for that. We find somebody else open over there for the 3. They don't actually shoot it. We didn't want to be a crazy, we could have got that too. But we didn't want to be a crazy ball hog, we feel like, you know what I'm saying, like being a jack, just like we saw like, all right, somebody's open, so why not, you know what I'm saying? So call for the isolation again. We feel like nobody can really guard us this game if we actually try, so we go for the same move again. Spin around jumper. We get that shot from inside the paint, 51-42. Now they come back down. Trey Young says, all right, let's initiate the offense. Pass to Sampson. Sampson's coming over here. Wemby's on the island with this guy. He says, I can do this shit. He gets the bucket. Easy bucket for him. Now, in this last little couple of sequences, I feel like we just really try to just put more buckets on the put another bucket up and put more points on the board. We get it to Grant. Grant doesn't get the shot there. So now they come back down, 15 seconds left. We get the ball though for the steal, and we come back and we actually mess that up though. We ask for the ball back. Isolation. We're gonna try to go to work on Wemby here. We at least feel like we need to go up by 9 or 10. So we shoot the bucket. We like right there, and we don't get that one. But we feel good nonetheless. 51-44. We hold the lead at the half. No matter how good they play, we feel like our team has an answer for it. And honestly, you shouldn't have gave us confidence. We come all the way back from 3-0. 3-0. We come all the way back from 3-0 on this joint. So, looking at this, look at that. And one layup. Look at that. Grant, aggressive towards the rim. Look at me. Finishing at the rim. Tough layups. Look at me again. Tough layup again. Over the defense. Excuse me. Houston is still waiting on us to win this series. Toronto and Miami, their games can't get any way until we get this game 7 out the way. Once again, man, this has been a crazy playoffs. Miami all the way there, and we look like we're about to be well on our way to getting there. We start this game off, or start the second half off. New game now, we feel like. 51-46. Here we go. Sampson going to the rim now. He said, all right, bet. I ain't got to put the ball up from the mid-range. I can just dribble, put the ball on the floor, and get to the rim. So now we call for the little play for us to get a little 3 off over there. We get that going. 20 points. We got 22 right now. 3-point percentage is terrible, but we making a way, right? 54-46. We don't really care what the numbers are saying. We just try and play our game, bro. We're not trying to force anything, but we want to take good shots. He gets me on a pump fake. He comes back out. He's probably expected to get the ball, but Trey Young turns into Julian Newman, I think his name is, or something like that. And of course, we get lost off of that little like blow by, I feel like, from Vassell, but he gets that. Trey Young for the 3. Gets a little bit trigger happy. We get the ball back down here, and we say, all right, can I go up? I was too late. I probably should have Euroed through there and got that one. I don't know who they was passing that ball through, but it looked like somebody fouled AD, to be honest with you, if I'm being honest. That's what gets his ball. We try to lock up and play lockdown defense on him, man, not really make him feel like he can be assertive here. We try to cheat through on this screen. Of course, that's a foul on Bron James Jr. because he also bulldozes through. He bulldozes through there. I give it off to AD. AD gets it over there to Bronny, and then Bronny gets it to Bron. Bron actually probably could have took a step back there, but we're going to ask for the ball, and we're going to ask for the screen here. We ask for the screen. We go through. Shot. Right there at the elbow. Bank is open on Sunday. Always. We get the steal there. I'm running down the court, get a ball up, get a rock up so I can get this dunk. Little basic rim hang off one. Actually, basic rim hang off a 2 for real. Sampson gets the ball for the screen. He should have pulled that. He was hesitant. That probably would have been a good shot to get them back into the game. But Johnson actually gets it here and pulls it, and he gets the 2. But he could have had the 3. 62-50. 5.5 minutes left in the third. We call for the screen. We don't even need it. We just going straight to the rim at this point, and we see Dalton Connect open in the corner for the 3. We get that going. Now 65-50. Wemby has Vanderbilt down there. Vanderbilt actually has some good defense. Now we get out for the closeout. A little bit too late. Trey Young gets the 3. 65-53. Now they feel like they're making a run. We come back down. We say, all right, you know, we can initiate this offense, but I feel like I honestly want to just go to the rim. And Wemby makes us pay for it. We probably should have set the offense up. If he doesn't come for the help defense, on our offense, you know, we probably would have made that layup. Wemby, 2 for $1, doesn't get it. Bron, give it up to me. I got Young down here on me. I'm bullying my way through to the lane and 1 layup. 67-53, we forced them to call a timeout. Spurs timeout. Is they crowd still hype out there or not? We get a crowd shot or no? No crowd shot. 67-53. Trey Young tries to go over top of him and make the layup. No, he can't make it. Now we're down here with nobody down here. He gets turned around, Keldon Johnson. Now we get in a 2-hand at the rim. Now we feel like we can run away with this one for real. 69-60 though. They come back down and they score. We call for the pick here. Now here's where we get to the rim right there. There we go. Boom. Layup. We got where we needed to go. We're shooting 56% from the field, but our 3-point percentage is just not that good. You know, 34, 6, and 4. I'm trying to help out over here too on Trey Young so he doesn't think that he can just like take over on DeVon Mitchell. We get back over to Castle. They're calling for a screen. They do a lot of good screening with their guards. They don't really care who's back there. They're doing screens. It's a lot of that with them, which is something that I pride myself on doing because whenever I need to set a screen for somebody, I'm setting it. I don't care. Little fadeaway there. He makes it. Computer going to be computing. You know what I'm saying? Computer be computing. You know what I'm talking about? So we get through there. Ooh, that was a nasty splitting of the defense, to be honest with you. Like, that wasn't fair. Now 73-65. We're up by 8. They do a dribble handoff here. They give it to Collins here. Collins shouldn't be even like dribbling through there without getting the ball stolen. You know what I'm saying? He gets it back up the streets after drawing the defense in. 73-68. Now they're down by 5. This now just became a closer game. But we're still confident, right? So I come through here in the paint. Pump fake, or almost a pump fake. I give it to Sharp. I start around again. I'm setting this screen for you, Jeremy Grant. You should have got around there. Should have got through there. It wants me to go over there, but you should go through there. Sharp goes over here with Mitchell, tries to give him some help. Mitchell says, I'll do it myself. We ain't get that one. Now, the other game, he got that, but he ain't get that one that time. And honestly, brother, like, taking more shots like that, bro, you're going to make us get penalized on the other end by Sampson because he usually makes us pay. Now I get over here, and I say, all right, can I go baseline really on him? No, I don't get it. Castle gets the rebound. He tries to spin out of that. Really should have been a steal because he put the ball right back in front of him, which should have hit DeVon Mitchell's hip probably. They shoot the 3. Don't get the 3. Now, we go into the 4th. Up by 5. Very close game. Now we just like, yo, we gotta win. We came too far in this game 7 to lose. We gotta win. We gotta win. I feel good about the 4th despite everything that's going on right now. We try to get this screen going. I don't really like this play as much because it usually goes over to that left block. It looks like, or that left side of the court where Bron was. Bron gets the and one there. He putting everybody on his back again. He letting them know too. Bron for the free throw. Gets that. Converts on the and one. 76-68. We're up by 8 now. Let's make sure we just don't give up a 3 on this possession. Castle is looking to be aggressive. Get it to Strus. I get turned around back here, but I still come through for the defense, and we leave Trey Young open. And they get the 3. So then they're down by 5. 79-71. Now we get the steal. We're up by 8. Now we got to run through here. We feel like we can get straight to the rim. And 1. Now we go up by 10. They get another bucket. 81-74. We're going to the rim again. But we see help over there. That pass was probably a bad pass. But if he could have caught that and secured it, we could have been in a better situation. But we're still in an amazing situation. Crazy alley-oop, aggressive alley-oop from from AD. Now we call for the screen here. We see if we can do something. We go to our left. As you can see, we like to go to our left. I try to set a screen for Bron. I get out of his way, I feel like. Then I feel like I'm cutting in, then I'm getting out. I'm just trying to stay moving. Bron hits him with a fader. We go up by 13. Up by 14 with AD on the line after the foul. We get both of those free throws, 89-74. Now we're up by 15. 4 minutes left. Under 5 minutes left. Can we stop them from making a run? We try to fight through that screen. We get there. Keldon Johnson, though, nope, he doesn't get it. Now we ask for the ball back. We come down the court. We trying to actually get this little post up right here with Bron because we see that's lucrative, we feel like, right there, right? They come through for the help. Bron sees Bronny from 3. Bronny can't convert. So now we go over here on their side of the court. Castle, 3. That was a clutch 3, too. They needed that bucket. Down by 12, 3.5 minutes left. We coming down the court. We asking for the pick again. You know we going to the left, and we driving straight to the rim. Aggressive drive. We really stretched the D out to go far right, and then we operated where we could on our part of the floor that we had all the space in, man, and we got to the rim. We clearly need a break. Gatorade Cup is there. Lakers call a timeout, 91-79, man. Now, 2 minutes left. We just got to do our best, try to put them away. Of course, we bailing them out a little bit by taking those shots to really try to close the game out in one shot. They come back down. Sampson makes us pay. Another 3. Now, 91-82. Bad pass. Now it's like, bro, we is not about to give away this game. We try to get the steal there. Wemby and Sampson steps up right into the 3. Doesn't actually hit that 3, but he should have hit it. Now James is over here setting up the offense initiating. We don't want to force anything, but we will call for this ball if we got to. James shoots the 3. Respect, brother. Respect. I felt like Hulk Hogan. Respect, brother. But Wemby says, all right, I got something for y'all too. I can put the ball on the floor. AD with the great defense, though. With the great defense. Vassal's over here. I'll try to get through that screen, but it's hard to get through a screen on Wemby. 94-84. Them guard screens are something different, you know, where you can get through them, but I feel like the Wemby screen not really easy enough to get through. 1 minute left here. We're up by 10. We're just passing the ball around at this point. Getting the ball back to me. Getting the ball back in the paint. Bron somehow gets that ball up. And Jeremy Green, I think, somehow gets the ball through there, too. We missed the shot, but they down by 10. 40 seconds left. Like, what are they going to do? Trey Young goes to the rim. Probably should have been a foul on us. Wemby gets the rebound. He goes back up. And 1 there. They're down by 8 at this point. 35 seconds left. We just want to make sure we can actually close this game out. So we're going to run as fast as we can down this sideline. Euro. Lay right in. He tries to bait and get that little charge, but it doesn't work. Up by 10 again, 28 seconds left. Now we're just going to lock up on Trey Young real fast, and we're going to cheat over and come back. They're probably going to pass that ball right to Keldon, but they get it inside there to Wemby and Sampson. 96-88. 21 seconds left. Are they going to foul? They're not going to foul. I think they're respecting the fact that they know that we're probably going to win this game. 13 seconds left. We're dribbling out the clock a little bit here. Isolation. We just dribbling behind the back. We see if we can get a little ankle breaker. We going to the rim. Can we get the layup? Nope. All right, we tried to score when we was up 8. Who cares? Win or go home, man. We win game 7, man. We closing it out. This series was a great one, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Very competitive series, man. That's what it feel like. It feel like Bron coming back down from 3-1. K-Love. Cleveland, we did this for you. LA, we did this shit for you, for real, man. Down 3-0. That was a hell of a series, man. Now we going on to face Houston. A little something different I'm going to do for the next ones. I'm actually going to include some drills. I didn't include the drills because we don't have a lot of drills really to do that's left. we should get more VC, but obviously I have a lot to go for my mile points, so I'm like, why not just do the drills anyway? I'm gonna start including the workouts too. As we go to the phone real quick to try to see some things in social media and what's being said. JE, I'm not gonna say that. That is crazy to have as your username. We come back down from 0-3. Lakers win, we moving on. Locker room tonight, the team was all business. We out there making Castle look foolish. A little close out there, but we'll take it. You know, so we come back down 3-0, man, and we win this series, man. I really feel like it's a situation where, yeah, the mascot tried. Yeah, you had to stop, brother. You gonna let us go through. You're not gonna disrespect us, and we in your city. But looking over here at some things, man, we facing a Houston team that is loaded, bro. Literally, Sengun is not somebody to play with. He's really a problem. Jalen Green, we can do good with Jalen Green. We feel like, man. But Chet Holmgren, man, that's gonna be a matchup that we really gotta, you know, do our thing with. We feel like with Chet. We come back in 2 series now from being down. The trick is with this team, bro. Houston's a tricky team, but we actually did play well against them. I feel like in the regular season. Looking at our overalls. Like I said, we got to get there. We need to have all the energy in the world to just come out and just dominate from the beginning. So we're going to get some boost here. Also, I feel like, you know, we, as well as just, you know, really doing our thing when it comes to just being assertive at the beginning of the series, going up 2-0. I feel like we also need to just probably like get some boost going for our skills too as well. So we purchased a few here. Obviously we want our dunks to go up by 10. We want our ball handling to go up by time sentence to increase or whatever like that for 10 games. We want our playmaking ability too as well to be better in our jump shots. So all aspects of our game. We can't make our ratings better, so we might as well just get the boost, right? The skill boost. Looking back, we looking at the playoffs and stuff like that, man. We really focus on championship. We don't care about none of that. These are the points we accumulated so far. But once again, we focus on championship. Do I gotta say it again? Championship. We don't care about nothing else, bro. At this point of the video, I want to just thank everybody, and I want to remind y'all again that we focus on championships. Do I have to say it again? I feel like I have to say it again. We focused on championships. MVPs, there's MVPs. You know what I'm saying? We want the finals MVP. We want the Western Conference Finals MVP, but championships. Now that that's over with, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Tap in and follow me on Instagram too, balance_convos. My name's Dev. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm out.